Welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is Snowrunner and you join us actually in the snowy wastes of Alaska. We left off in this fuel station and full disclosure, that was actually a couple of months ago in real life for me. That's how long ago I recorded the first 2 episodes of this new Alaskan map. So let's pick up where we left off, and where we left off was we just have a look around the map. We've uncovered all of the watchtowers. All this stuff in grey is still to be uncovered. There's all this stuff down here in the southeast which is very suspicious. The first thing we're going to do today is to fix the roadblock here, the 2 roadblocks here and here, and fix the bridge here. I believe that's the only broken roads, and we'll have to see how we get onto the White Valley map, because this gateway is locked. We went there, it was locked. We went to the other gateway to Mountain River, that was unlocked, so we'll have to work out what that is. There's an upgrade here, a truck here, a Royal BM17, and then we'll have a look around the rest of the map. Right, so to fix the rock obstacle, we know that this rock obstacle is not too bad because you can actually just drive around it. We did that with the little Loadstar, but I think we should actually fix it. So I'm just going to go up here to this factory, pick up the 1 metal beam that needs and take it back there. But at the same time, we want to fix the metal bridge, and metal bridge is this one, bridge repair. That also needs 1 metal beam. But that's okay, because up here is a trailer store. So what we'll do, we'll buy a 2-slot trailer, we'll pick up 2 metal beams in the factory, drop off 1 at the rock obstacle, and then just follow the main road all the way down here, fix the bridge, and then we'll have a look how we're going to fix all this stuff. We'll probably come down here to the trailer store, might sell the trailer that we just picked up, and that might be a good idea. And then we'll come up this way, see if we can get this upgrade in this truck, and then maybe come up this way and do these other 2. I'm going to change the way I've been editing this series so far. I don't think you need to see every turn of the wheel and every single moment. I'll just pretty much skip to us picking stuff up and dropping things off. If anything bad happens or if we find something cool, then I'll bring you back. So for now, I shall meet you at this factory. And quick as a flash, we're approaching the factory now. Have to remember to buy a trailer. In the couple of months between me filming the first 2 episodes and me filming this episode, the game has had at least 2 pretty substantial updates. Lots of the older trucks in the game, like the ones we have been updated by quite a lot. Some of them have been made much, much better. Some of them just a little bit. We'll cover those as and when we find these trucks, and we'll talk about the changes then. Right, we did say we have to buy a trailer. Trailer store. What we want is the flatbed trailer. No, that's a flatbed semi-trailer, you idiot. That one. And we need 2 metal beams. 1 and 2. So it's pretty much just back the way I came and all the way down this main road. So I'll meet you at the rock obstacle. And after a chill little trip down the main road, we are approaching the rock obstacle with 2 metal beams. 1 for this obstruction and 1 to rebuild the bridge. Here it is, just up ahead. You can just drive around that fallen rock to the right there, through these trees, easy. But let's fix it anyway. There we go. Didn't quite clear away all the rocks, but most of the big ones. Watch out for these barriers, they will get stuck on your truck and burst your tyres and things like that. So now all I have to do is to follow the main road all the way back past the garage, and I'll meet you at the broken bridge. And here we are. easy peasy, straight down the main road. As you can see in the bottom left, I've barely used any fuel. But I could have used less fuel if I'd turned the all-wheel drive off. But here we are, let's fix this. Booyah! Now we can get straight to the port. Because the only way to the port before we did that was to go all the way up here through this wiggly tiny forest trail and splash over the river and now we can go straight along the main road. Okay, let's have a look at this trailer store. Now we're going to do Stonefall and Rocksfall. Let's have a look what they need. Stonefall needs a metal beam, which we can get from this factory really close to it. And Rockfall needs what? 2 wooden planks from the sawmill. That might be a little bit more difficult to get to. This is a little patch of blue snow. If we come up here, this is a bit, all this here, from around about this point here to this point here, that is all blue snow. But there's plenty of trees, so you can just peel yourself along. So what I think we'll do, or no, actually we don't need to go that way, because we can get wooden beams from here as well. And that's just along this little main road. And we know that's easy. The only difficult bit is this river, and that's a really shallow river. So that's where we'll get them from, because there's a fuel station there as well. So that means we're not going to do both of them at the same time. I'm not going to pick up the metal beams and the wooden planks at the same time. I'll do one after the other. So at this trailer store, I'm going to buy a maintenance trailer. Just so we've got fuel and repair points, because we've got to get through this swamp. This is a horrible big swamp. So it would be nice to have extra fuel and repair points with us. So let's go to the port. Okay, we are at the port. Let's sell this trailer, buy a maintenance. Sell that. Maintenance trailer. There we go. I do not believe that the Paystar actually had any upgrades in the recent patches, but oh well, we can't have everything. Now you will notice that the turning circle has been absolutely destroyed because of this maintenance trailer that we're pulling. So maybe we won't do that. What we might do instead is that we'll just fuel up from it and then sell it straight away. Yeah, I think that's probably wise. So strictly speaking, this truck can do the crane and flatbed and pull a trailer, but it just really kills the turning circle. Because a flatbed hits the trailer and then you can't turn your wheels anymore. So we'll just go as we are. Right, let's see how bad this swamp's going to be. There is an upgrade and a truck here, so let's see what they're like. Okay, here we are, approaching the swamp. Now this tree root here is a little clue as to the major problem with this swamp. It isn't the mud at the bottom of the water, it's the roots which are in the mud at the bottom of the water. As we know, we can get away through mud because we've got decent tyres and an off-road truck that has all-wheel drive and diff lock. The issue is that tree roots are immobile objects, so if we snag a tree root, we're going to get stuck. And stuck fast. I think one of our wheels is riding on a tree root. So we'll just use the winch and winch ourselves off. Ooh, little bit deep, but we scrambled over. Watch out for that tree root on the right. And as soon as we're back on dry land, we'll just spin the time forward, release the winch. I'm all for atmospheric nighttime driving, but not in a swamp. No thank you. Okay, so upgrade we need is back there, and the free truck is somewhere over here. Let's go for the upgrade first. Don't get yeeted into the water by the springy tree branches of doom. And keep your camera directly above so you can kind of peer through the water and see what's going on a little bit. Okay, we're stuck again. Alaska may be the first snowy map, but it is incredibly unforgiving. Being the second region in the game, it's actually quite easy. There's always something to winch onto, and the terrain is never really that bad. Ah, we're almost at the upgrade already. That's nice. Little tree root sticking out there, so we just try and go through the water and avoid the tree roots. Lots of trees to winch onto on the left hand side, that'll help us for getting out. Big tree root coming up on the left. This one here, so just try and avoid it. Dangerous water level, yeah, whatevs. Oop, just hit the tree root a little bit. Right, let's just winch ourselves forward. There we go. And what are you? Get to upgrade. Engageable all-wheel drive for show truck list. Caterpillar truck that we sold a long time ago. Okay, that's fine. Now we just need to go directly up here and get this BM17. Avoiding that tree root. I'm going to winch the front of my truck onto that. Use that to really pull me round, because there's lots of tree roots on the bank, and I'm caught in another one. Just go forward and then backwards. You just have to drive over the tree root. You see, that was hidden in the snow. This evil tree root just off the wheel. That was hidden by the snow, we couldn't see it. That's why we don't like tree roots. A, they're hidden, B, they're springy, C, they're indestructible, immovable objects. Right, shouldn't need the winch anymore. Should be able to... Famous last words. Let's winch onto this dead tree over here. Unless it breaks, it should provide us all the leverage we need to get out. Gonna get over these tree roots. Springy tree roots of doom. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Now we need to go forwards. Can we winch onto this big tree? Yes, good. Avoiding that tree root on the left. And we need to cross this little river. As we see, there's trees on the right as well, so it's not a huge issue. We've got decent tyres on this thing. I mean, they're chain tyres, so they're not as good as the proper off-road OHD ones or anything. But as you can see, we're just making our way through the river, no problem at all. Even though it's underwater mud, the worst mud in the game, not a huge problem. Okay, this is a little bit of a muddy slope, but there's a million trees to winch onto if we need to. Are we going to get high-sided on the crest of this, or are we going to swim our way up like a genius? We're going to swim our way up like a genius. Well done, Mr. Paystar. And our reward is this truck. New truck discovered. That means you can use the truck straight away. Hello, new truck. Do you have any fuel I can steal from you? Refuel. It does. So I'm going to steal all the fuel from that. I'm going to turn off my engine. I'm going to change to that truck. Then we're going to recover it straight to the garage because it's got a broken engine, broken gearbox. It's got no fuel because we just stole it. So we'll just recover it. And this is the Royal BM17. It's a decent truck. It's got quite a lot of power. 160,000 torque. We do have an engine which is 180,000. There's a 192 you can find. This one here is 160, same as the one that's on it. But I think this one might be... I think the one that's on it right now is a little bit more fuel efficient than the other one. Not that fuel efficiency is a huge issue in normal mode. It can have the off-road... it comes with an off-road gearbox. That's quite good. There is a race suspension kit, which is found in Alaska somewhere. That's nice. It's got 47-inch tyres, which go up to 51. And chained. Does it? Okay, it's got the North American tyre set. It can't have OHDs, because it's only a heavy-duty truck. Decent amount of winches. Advanced spare wheel it can have, which goes under here. Decent air filter. Can have lots of add-ons. I believe it also has all-wheel drive, switchable. It does not have diff locks, but it does have switchable all-wheel drive. I'm not sure it's better than anything we have at the minute. I mean, it's maybe a little bit more powerful than the White Western Star. It's 145. Okay, if we find the Westline in Alaska, that'll go up to 155 torque. And as we see, this is 160 already. And we can go up to 180. We've actually got... This ×1 tells you we actually have that engine, so we'll do that, and we'll just sell that one because it's not as good. It's got an off-road gear. We have an X1, so we'll do that. Sell the balanced. Suspension, stock, tyres, chained. Not the worst truck in the world. We might hang on to this thing for a little bit, you know. Do a wedge cap. Sell the stock air filter. What can I have? Can I have... Which saddle can I have? High and low. Interesting. You can have lots of stuff. Alright. This thing is not terrible. One truck which was upgraded was the Pacific P12. It's got the same engine it always had. Oh, we can find the top engine for this in Alaska, so that's good. It was not given a bigger engine. It was not given any more add-ons. It was not given any extra tyres. What they did is that they increased the weight of the wheels on this truck. You may think that's a bad thing because it means that there's more weight for the engine to pull, but that's not the way that physics works in this game. Heavier wheels effectively up gears the truck and gives it more torque. So they've effectively doubled the weight of all the tyres. So all the tyres on this truck are now actually going to be much heavier, and that means more torque. So this thing can actually pull a lot more weight than it used to. So yeah, the P12's tyres are heavier, so it's got more torque, so it can pull heavier weights. Not that we had any trouble with weight on that, but plenty of other people have. Just store the Ankh just now. If you go to the truck store and have a look at Scouts, lots of Scouts got upgraded, like our dear old friend the Chevy. We'll just buy it because we can sell it for the same amount of money. If you go to customize suspension, it has this new crawler suspension. All we had was the raised. This crawler suspension effectively makes all the wheels independently sprung, and it's really, really damn good. And I believe it got better, like bigger tyres as well. And the main thing that Scouts got was a lot more repair points. It got expanded trunk with parts. This is new. 300 repair, 120 fuel, 6 spare wheels. You can have that and the roof rack at the same time. So that's what, 150 plus 300, that's 450 repair and 200 fuel. And it can pull trailers as well. So we'll store that. And when we sell it, we get the price of the truck itself plus the price of all the upgrades. So we'll do that. Then we'll go back to the truck store again and we'll have a look at the Scout 800, which is the first thing we sold. One of the first things we sold in the game to buy the Ankh Civilian. When we go to customize, this also gets the new crawler suspension with bigger wheels. They also changed the centre of gravity on this truck to be much lower because it was notoriously tippy over. And this has an expanded trunk with parts, which is 450 repair and 120 fuel, and then gets this massive roof rack. The roof rack is 150 repair and 140 fuel, so let's add up the repair points. 150 from this, 450 from that, and that's 600 repair points, 120 fuel, 140 fuel, that's 260 fuel, 2 spare wheels here, 6 in the back, 8 spare wheels. So they effectively made Scouts really good at being mobile repair and refuel trucks. And you know what? That's cool by me. I'm quite happy with that. But anyway, we're not doing Scouts at the moment. We are doing Paystar. Now the Paystar needs to get out of the swamp, and we're doing Stonefall, which I believe needs metal beams. I'll start tracking that. Metal beams just here. Take it there, go up here, come around here, go here, refuel, pick up 2 wooden planks from there, and bring them back here to do Roxfall. And then we'll try and rescue this little truck, which needs to go here. So yeah, Snowrunner is very much still in active development. Not only are we getting new maps every 3 months, 4 maps a year as part of each year's season pass, but we get new trucks and new game mechanics, and older trucks do eventually get some love. I mean, it took them 6 years to upgrade the Scouts, and there's one truck we're going to find in Alaska which was really good, but it was like quite niche use, and they've changed it, so it's like one of the best trucks in the game, full stop now, in my opinion at least. We're just going to winch myself over these tree roots which are on the bank right ahead of us. We're just bumping our way over them right now. And these stupid dead hedges, out of my way, tree roots. I'm sticking to the right hand side because I know there's big trees. Left hand side I should say. I'm sticking to the left hand side because I can see there's big trees here. This looks a little bit evil, so I'll just cut the apex in this corner. Yeah, we've still got the basic gearbox in this truck. I haven't really sent this truck back to the garage in quite some time. I don't know what kind of upgrades this is going to get. This poor little Paystar didn't get any upgrades in the recent game patches, but we can hope. We can but hope it will get some at some point. This is a really horrible mud pit. I don't like this. So I'm just going to drive out of it. As I keep saying, drive around the mud and the rocks. Don't drive through the mud or over the rocks. The only problem with that saying is that in Alaska, as I said before, snow is mud. It's coded exactly the same way as mud, so we can't just hang our wheels in the snow and get better traction because it's mud. But at least it's drier. Snow is drier than wet mud, so it does provide a tiny extra bit of traction. Anyway, let's get to this factory and snag ourselves this metal beam. I'm not envisaging there being any problems with us getting there, so I'll meet you at the factory. And here we are approaching the factory. The road wasn't too bad. It was a little bit wet and muddy, but other than that, the Paystar never really stopped. It's still a solid truck for this stage in the game. There's really nothing wrong with it. Right, we need 1 metal beam from here. That's a large pipe. That's a metal beam. Load it in the truck. And away we go. Okay, here we are approaching the turn off. We need to go left up this little hill. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like a proper road. No big snow drifts. I can't see any tree roots. No mud. Let's just go to low gear and turn the diff locks on and just crawl our way up here. No wide vehicles. Do not follow sat-nav. Very sage advice. There we go. That's that done. If you remember, this is blue snow. All this is like really tight and narrow, and you really want to bring your scout up here. So we're going to reverse back down and go this way. Go and get some fuel, pick up the logs. Let's see if we can't reverse. Easy peasy. Okay, fuel station. Glug glug glug, fill up. And we'll take the shortcut I told you about last time we were here, after we moved time on. To get to the logging station, you can go up here along this road, and it's a big muddy horrible road, so I always just cut this corner here, just come in this way. Just watch out for this pile of wooden planks. Don't hit them at any kind of speed because you'll pop your tyres. Just gently roll over them, and here we are, easy. In being a logging station, the whole thing's just a giant circle pit of doom. Just a horrible mud pit. Right, we are here for 2 wooden planks. 1, 2. And we need to go back the way we came. Go this way. Unlock Rock's Fall. Then we'll try and rescue this little truck which is up this hill. Not sure how viable that's going to be in this truck, but we'll give it a go. We are an off-road truck. We've got all-wheel drive. I don't think we've got the advanced winch. As I said, we haven't tinkered with this truck since we came to Alaska, and I think I forgot to check upgrades when I did undock it, so whoops. But it seems to be doing the job. Good, the wooden planks have despawned. Lovely. Okay, I believe this is the turning we need to make. Yes, it is. This looks a little bit boggy, but... that looks horrible, so I think I'm just going to go straight up here, because we can winch onto that and that tree. Just straight through the snow. Avoid that. Because that does not look nice. That looks like a trap. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but the route I chose worked, so I'm just going to go back the way we came. I think that was a smart move. And I believe this is the last blocked route. Not that you actually need to use this route at all. But it is money and it is XP because we're still trying to rank up to unlock bigger trucks and more upgrades. There we go. Right, so now let's try and rescue this little truck which is up on top of this hill. Should really do this with a scout, but you know what, we're here. If we roll over we can recover to the garage. I mean, it's not a huge issue. We've unlocked all the roads, repaired the bridge. And there's only, what, 3 roadblocks and 1 bridge to be built on this map. There's 3 trailer stores, 2 fuel stops. I mean, it's a very forgiving map. It's very kind. Okay then. This is the hill. The little truck we have to rescue is at the top of this hill. Let's just go for it. These trees look too dense, so we'll come round here and drive over these little ones. We'll just smash them flat with our big heavy truck. Maybe go into low gear, turn the diff locks on and just crawl our way up here. Yeah, look at how deep this mud is under our rear axle. That's not nice. The camber nearly threw me into that big tree, but I realised in the nick of time what was happening. Ooh, ooh, no, don't tip, you absolute turd. Oh, is it going to right itself? Oh, you... Oh, hang on. Even though we're on our side, the engine thinks it can start. I'm not quite sure how, but I think we've got away with this. I don't want to let go of the winch, because if I let go it might roll over to a point where the engine won't come back on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to winch the front to that and try and drag us around this tree. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get back on your wheels. Okay, I'm not quite sure how we managed that, but we did. Nothing happened. Everything's cool. Wait, that's too steep, so we need to kind of go this way. Not quite sure how we survived that. The engine should have turned off. In fact, it did turn off, but then the truck settled at just like 1 degree that we were able to rescue it and turn the engine back on. Okay, this is the little truck we have to rescue. We need to actually turn our own truck around. And I believe that that is a cliff, so we cannot drive over it. So we're going to have to go back the way we came. So we're going to need to reverse gear. We could try to winch that truck onto our flatbed. That's maybe not a bad idea, because it is a scout truck and that means that it has a winch point on the roof. Whether or not this little tiny crane is going to be good enough to do that. What's the crane controls again? Lift lower. No. That one. Winch in with the C button and then put your outriggers out, you moron. As I said, it's been a couple of months since I loaded the game up. And now we're stalled. Right, okay, bad mistake. I'm just going to recover the truck. Is the Loadstar on the map? Oh god, it is. Oh, of course it's all the way over there. Oh, that's annoying. Well, what we're going to do now, that we're going to change what we're doing. We're going to do Drowned Hummer. Because then we can be in the Loadstar. The Loadstar just needs to come back here, get fuel from here, pick up the Hummer, drag it onto that road, bring it back to the garage, and then it can just drive all the way down this road. No, it's going to go here, over the ice, and up this road, get more fuel if it needs it, and then it's going to get the little truck. Oh dear, what an idiot. The raised suspension for this truck is in Alaska somewhere. That will be a godsend, and they can get bigger wheels on this thing, and then it really is a monster. I don't think the Loadstar got any extra repair points in the recent upgrade or the big crawler suspension, because it's a really, really strong truck as it already is. The fact that it did not get any upgrades just shows you just how overpowered it was 6 years ago, and indeed still is, because they didn't touch it. And when we get back to the garage, we'll sell this little trailer. I don't think we need it. Assuming, of course, we make the river crossing and don't drown in the river. Right, let's just fuel up. Thank you. And head out over the river. We need to go to the right and kind of snag our front left wheel in this little crack here. In that little crevice just there. Perfect. And get the rear wheels over. Oops, don't fall off the rock. And up here. I think the trailer got stuck a little bit and kind of pulled us round. Not too bad. As river crossings go, that's pretty chill. Now you're going to get the Hummer out of here. So let's winch our little trailer onto the back end of the Hummer. Pull it so it's right up close. And head out. Come on, little Loadstar, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, we have to remember we've got a trailer and a truck behind us, so we need to take corners as wide as we can, because I do not want the Hummer to get snagged on these branches. Oh, this looks like really deep snow, but Loadstar is doing Loadstar things. Our little clown car, he's still moving. He's still moving. Let's go low gear. Come on, keep moving. Come on. Come on. Just make the corner. We're not being stopped because of the Hummer hitting the branches. It's just stopped because of the snow. So I'm going to release the winch and I'm going to winch myself forward. Like so. And then we'll winch the Hummerino closer to us and keep the gas on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Hummer. There we go. There's a little hint of blueness there, so this is trying to be a blue snowdrift. Okay, branches on the left, branches on the right. A little bit audible. But, yeah, we're kind of... And this little tree ahead, which kind of stops you from doing what I want to do. But we made it. Nice. Some dead trees being a little bit annoying and a big mud pit being a little bit annoying, but we are still moving, albeit slowly, but we are still moving, and that's the main thing. Now we're not moving. Okay, so release the winch. And we'll winch onto this dead tree and just pull myself round. Don't forget to re-winch the Hummer. Yeah. Get up on this dry ground. There we go. Right. Let's get the Hummer now. Oh, is that too far away? Almost, but not quite. Just drag the Hummer through the mud. With a combination of the winch and my wheels. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mr. Hummer. Get out of the mud. Hope this little tree and this bush don't stop me. These little bushes can sometimes be as bad as tree roots. For some reason, they're really tough and really springy. But it looks like you've made it, so that's good. This looks like really deep horribleness. And it did be ground to a halt almost instantly. Wow. Okay. Balls. Right, we'll just do this. When you're winching yourself forward, you do need to remember to winch the vehicle you're actually winching at the same time. remember how far away the Hummer is and don't forget to grab it. Right, let's winch ourselves to this one now. We're just being your friendly local, your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man today, I think. Right, you get Hummer right in the edge of our winching range. Hope that we're far enough out of this big snowbank now. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to finish winching the Hummer in before I move again so I can swing the camera around. Yeah, as I suspected, big dirty tree root in the middle of the trail. That's just naughty. Don't like that. Don't like that one little bit. So let's avoid that horrible tree root. Ugh, this is all horrible snow as well. Okay, we need to take it as wide as we can because the Hummer's got to get over the tree root as well. Looks like the back end of the Hummer is going to just clip that tree root. Is it? Is it? Yes, but the back wheel made it. Whew. Okay. Luckily the Loadstar's heavy enough to push down these little trees. The Scout 800 and the Chevy might not be. Because a Loadstar is like a cross between an off-road truck and a Scout. Getting dark, let's put the lights on. Okay. I think we've made it. This is like the little swampy, rocky river bit where we rescued the fuel tanker with the Paystar. So this shouldn't be any great problem. Another great tree root there on the left, so we'll swing round. That looks a little bit muddy, so don't want to drive over these springy hedges either, so we'll just kind of thread the needle between the mud and the bushes, avoid that big rock so don't get flipped over. Nice. And we are at the main road. Alright, next destination, garage to deliver the Hummer. And here we are. Just going to get the Hummer into that delivery zone. We'll just drive this way. Oh, and apparently we get to keep it. That's quite cool. So we'll change truck to the Hummer and we'll recover that. And we'll have a look what the Hummer can do. Engine up to 120. I'll explore Alaska to get both of the extra engines. It's only 90,000 torque at the minute. That's not great. It can have the Snowrunner gearbox. That's good. Just stock and raised. Raised is race suspensions also in Alaska. It can have 39-inch tires if we get the bigger suspension. Autonomous Scout winch, that's pretty good. Spare wheel, frame add-ons, small roof rack, trunk. Not a huge amount of repair points or anything else, so I'm just going to sell this thing. There we go. We've got some money. Right, let's get the Lodi. Get ourselves back out of here. Get ourselves repaired and refueled. Sell the little trailer. And go back to where we were when we tipped over the Paystar. In fact, speaking of the Paystar, let's actually go and investigate that. Because we did say we haven't had a look. Oh, apparently it can have an off-road gearbox, so we'll do that and sell a balanced one. That's a major upgrade. Race suspensions in Alaska, but it can't have any larger tyres. It just gets these 46 inches no matter what. Advanced medium, yes please. More range and more pulling power, 130 pulling power. As I said, there's not that much of a big upgrade path for that truck. And that's pretty much as good as it's ever going to get. And that's okay, because it's good enough. I probably wouldn't put on the race suspension even when we do find it. It's fairly top heavy anyway, and there's no point in having a raised body if you can't have bigger wheels. It just makes you more tippy. Why do you want to be more tippy? I mean, yes, it can maybe clamber over bigger obstacles or ford slightly deeper rivers. But as I said, it's a top heavy truck anyway. I don't want to make it any worse. Right, let's get back to this little truck. Okay then, attempt number 2 to get this little truck off the top of this hill. And this time we're going to do it in a nice low centre of gravity wide wheelbase Scout instead of a tippy Paystar. Let's see if this goes any better, despite us having little tiny baby wheels. I think we'll just try going the same way we did last time, which is up round here. Well, as we can see, there's the furrows the Paystar left. Oop, little truck got stuck instantly, because this bit here is muddy and horrible. We'll just winch yourself past this. Now I don't want to follow the tyre tracks of the Paystar too much, because it did roll over twice, so you know, best not to go that way. Aim towards these little trees. Try not to get stuck in the bushes. There we go. This is where the Paystar became a cropper the first time. But we've got much better centre of gravity in this thing. Okay, that's good. Snow's a bit deep, it's a little bit muddy, there's all kinds of dips and troughs and just ugh. But we're doing it. We're doing it. Don't get high-sided on this little rise. Thank you, little truck. Watch out for that bush and that rock. Come on, little truck, there you go. Okay then, take 2. And the second time we rolled the Paystar is because we tried to crane the little truck on top of the Paystar and it didn't work. Ain't none of that happening this time. We're just going to drag it down with the winch and hope we don't need the winch to pull ourselves out. If we do, we'll just do what we did with the Hummer. We'll just winch ourselves. Remember not to winch yourself too far away from the target vehicle and then drag the target vehicle closer to us. Okay, let's go. Hopefully it should be easier going downhill. Apart from this bit here, which is a little bit horrible. Maybe to the left of that dead tree and the right of this medium-sized tree. That looks okay. That looks not terrible. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, that's another illustration why you may not want to increase the Paystar's centre of gravity even more by putting the raised suspension on it. As we saw, it doesn't have any bigger wheels, so there's no reason at all to do the race suspension. Well, that was pretty chill. Just gotta get back out of the muddy bit. I'm gonna go to the left of this big tree. See if it's any better around this way. We managed it in automatic gear. We never had to go down to low gear at any point, so that's good. Never got out of first gear, but a win's a win. We're almost back on the road. Cool. Alright, let's deliver this thing. And then we'll find another task to do. And here we are, just down the road. Just got to deliver it here to this little observation camp. Nice. Okay, what are we doing now? Might as well do this trailer park thing. Someone wants us to go up to the trailer park, and this is the snowy, twisty, horrible little road that only scouts can go, and we are a scout, so let's do it. We're right here, so we just need to go back over the river, turn left here, turn right up here, and then go back to the top of this little mountain. Then after that, we'll figure something out. Yes, this can't go to waste thing. Because then, after we've done this, we can come down here, dig our way through the blue snow, go to the trailer store, or just fuel up from that fuel carrier semi-trailer, 6.5 dozen, and then we'll have to come up here, get this Loadstar, and drag it up this hill to that house. And that, I think, will do us for today after we've done all that. Right, some scout work. I believe we're right next door to the fuel garage, so we might as well go and fuel up. Okay, let's get ourselves up this mountain again. We're not even using either of the two roads we unblocked earlier. Again, I'm not sure why they're the only roadblocks on this map. You never really need to use these roads. That dead ahead is one of the roadblocks, but we're not going that way, we're going up. Just avoid that big muddy pit in the corner. I can see it looks shiny and wet, so I'm not going to drive through it. Hopefully going to drive around it. Come on, little truck, you can make it. Might be deep snow, but it's better than wet mud. Now this task does say it unlocks warehouse access. That's usually a good thing, but not in the case of this task. This task just unlocks a contest, and it unlocks the warehouse access, which gives you the thing you need for the contest, and we don't do contests. A, because I don't like doing time things, and B, I don't like the fact that they're infinitely repeatable, which means infinite money and infinite experience, so I don't do them. You guys feel free to do them. I mean, it's your game. Play it as you want. And there we go. And that is the new contest there on the left hand side. And that contest is deliver to the port 1 service spare part. Okay. And obviously it wants you to get it from this. So you've got to come all the way up here, start the contest. You're obviously going to have some sort of vehicle with a flatbed that can hold 1 cargo, and then take it all the way down through here, through this blue snow area, or, because we've unblocked these 2 roads, you can maybe try and come up here and through the swamp. I'm not sure if that's any better than the blue snow, or back the way we literally just come all the way down here, and onto this little main road and to the port. You do that within 7 minutes, you get 300 experience and 3,250 money. As I said, we don't do contests. It has given you this scout flatbed with 1 already on it, so you can do that with a scout flatbed, but as I said, I don't want to do them, so I'm not gonna. we are doing Can't Go to Waste. So I'll meet you at the port where we're going to refuel. And we're back in the blue snow. Unfortunately, going downhill, what do you notice? There's some trees here, but the only tree of any substantial size to pull you forward is all the way down here, which is most of the way through the blue snow. So you've just got to low gear it and hope for the best. Do the swimming method, you steer all the way to the left and you steer all the way to the right. It just helps pull you through. Just stops the truck digging a straight path for itself. See, swimming method works just fine. Maybe it's slightly easier because we're going downhill and we're not pulling a trailer this time as we were the first time we came up here. But that was totally chill. Right, to the port. Let's get some fuel. Okay, we're at the port. Let's buy a little baby scout trailer. And that one's Server Scout trailer. We'll just refuel and repair and then sell it. Make sure you're selecting it from the Server Scout trailer and not your pickup chassis add-on. Same thing when you're repairing, Server Scout trailer, that's correct. And sell it straight away. I think we'll spend the night in the port. There we are, nice and bright. And let's follow the twisty path. And get this other Loadstar. I didn't want to bring the little scout trailer up here because I knew I was going to be winching another Loadstar. And I know how twisty and tight and turny this terrain is. As you can see, I didn't really want to have a convoy of 3 things. 2 is bad enough, thank you very much. Ah, here we are. Here's the other Loadstar we need to rescue. Ow! Let me just drive straight into that massive tree trunk. Whoops. Bounce over these tree roots. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's go and get this thing. Come here, you. And away we go. Geographically, it's not very far away. It's just a lot of horrible terrain to get it there. But we should be okay. This looks a little bit wet, so I'm going to go slightly to the left. Just to rather go through the powdery snow than the wet mud. Come on, come on. Just avoid these rocks. There we go. This big rock in the middle, right here. This thing might be a bit of a pain in the ass. But... no, okay, we're actually high-sided on it. That's not good. It was indeed a pain in the ass. So let's just try and drag it with our own truck. There we go. Now can we bounce over it? Yes? No? No? Yes? No? Okay. Right, let's just... try and force our way through. Okay, no. High-sided on it again. Ugh. Big rocks. Pain in the ass. Okay, and there's no other way. Maybe go to the left of it and then try and cut inside. Okay, no. Okay, bit of a dilemma here. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. Because it's lifting the front wheels off and the back wheels. Okay, now the whole thing's high-sided. Let's release the winch and just winch the back end of the... No, the side of the Loadstar on there. I'm just trying to drag ourselves over with the winch. And put the handbrake on. Now we've actually got to try and drag the other Loadstar over that rock, and that's not going to be easy. Okay. Let's give it some welly. Yay, there we go. Just mow down that tree there. We should fit between that tree and that rock, only just. Okay, 2 trees with springy tree branches. We've got to... and a big rock. Come on. Come on. You can make it through. You can make it through. There we go. And if one Loadstar can make it, the other one can as well. Just turning the camera back to watch what the truck we're pulling is doing. Is it me that's stuck or is it the other one? If we release the winch... Okay, we start moving when we release the winch. Which tells me the other Loadstar is stuck on that tree. So if I can just get myself a little bit further forward... we can try winching it out. Give it some... Yeah, there it goes. Springy tree branches, man. What a disaster. Right, then release the winch, get myself a little bit further forward and then winch that thing again. Tree branches and tree roots, man. Absolute horrors. Here it comes, here it comes. Doing, come on, one more branch. Doing. Yeah, we're good. No, we're not quite good. Okay. This is a little bit of a muddy hole as well. I'm going to have to get myself kind of half in and half out of this hole. That looks pretty good. Then we'll try dragging the other one out. Come on. Here it comes. Here it comes. Could just turn the engine on the other truck just to help push from behind. Not sure how much use it's going to be. If it runs out of fuel, we'll have to fuel it up with some of our own spare fuel, but that's not a huge issue. Big rock on the left, let's avoid that. Okay, we cool. I believe we're at the destination. That wasn't too bad. Couple of iffy moments. That big boulder on the bridge was a real pain in the ass. Springy tree branches were a little bit annoying, but not too much. And we've made it. Nice. Alright, active. We only have this one task, which is containers in the river. We haven't picked up bags on ice or any of the stuff up here. There's still an upgrade to get at the top of the map, and we still have to uncover all of this stuff here. And there's some stuff here which is still grey. See, there could be something hiding in here, but we can't see it. It was not uncovered by the watchtowers. Same as up here. There could be something up here. We'll have to investigate that ourselves. But I think that'll be at the start of the next episode. What we'll do now, we'll just recover this because there's no point driving home. Let's have a look. Have we got a better gearbox for this now? Yes, off-road gearbox. Lovely. See, this doesn't get the Snowrunner gearbox, but it gets off-road, and that's just as good. It's got the best engine on it. Race suspension somewhere in Alaska. Then we'll get 41-inch tyres, which will make it much, much more capable. So, what are we going to do next time? I think what we'll do is that we'll go to the trailer store and we'll buy the Scout scanning trailer, and we'll just come up here through this little windy, twisty, horrible bit of road, and we'll see what's up here, and we'll use the scanning trailer to scan as we go and try and uncover all of this, and all of this down here as well, and see what we can see. Then we'll do the 2 cargo containers, which are going to need a big crane because they're 2 cargo slots each. Maybe the P12 with a crane and a 4-slot cargo trailer. Pick them up, take them to the port. Don't particularly want to do this yet because it's saddle high, big mission trailer. But then it is only going to the port. Obviously, you're not going to take it up the twisty road that we've just been with the Loadstar. So you've got to take it all the way up here. And this stretch is known as the Devil's Pit. That's what players christened it. It's a huge big mud pit. It kind of splits in two. There's this way here, which is just full of dead trees, not quite so deep mud, and this bit here, which is hugely deep mud. But as you see, lots of trees lining this side, so you just winch yourself through, not a problem. We've already repaired the bridge, so that's the main obstacle for doing that. One other thing I was going to do is have a look in the heavy trucks category. We could buy this massive Russian tank transporter Kolob. Switchable all-wheel drive, switchable diff lock. It's got massive power, huge fuel capacity, big massive tyres. It's really, really stable. It's a really, really good heavy hauler. But since the Pacific P12 was being upgraded with heavier wheels, maybe we'll try that. As we see, the Kolob is power to weight B+. This is B. It's only slightly less powerful than a Kolob. Maybe we'll try the P12. There are other trucks you can use. Not that unranks at rank 26. That unlocks at rank 20. It's really, really good. Power to weight A. All-wheel drive and diff lock always on. It's it's a 10 by 10 actually. 10 by 10. It's got 5 axles. The rear axle steers, the front 2 axles steer. Really manoeuvrable, but it's a really, really low riding vehicle. There is an active suspension upgrade, but you don't get that until you explore in Russia, and even then it's not that high off the ground. And if we got to rank 22, you can buy the other Kolob. This is an even bigger tank transporter, power to weight B, even more fuel, massive tyres. This one's all-wheel drive and diff lock are always on, so it just goes. It just moves everything. So that was the plan, but I think maybe next time we'll try the P12. So plan is get the Scout, uncover all this, and then get the P12, do that big mission trailer, then pick up these cargo things, take that down near to the port as well. And we'll have to activate this bags on ice thing, which I believe spawns some cargo on this little frozen river, but that's really easy. And we've got all this stuff in the north to do as well as this upgrade. So that'll be next episode. Hope Snowrunner is still grabbing your attention. Might have to use the boar for something else as well. Anyway, next time it's big truck and little truck action. So do look after yourself until you come back for that, and I'll talk to you again soon.